How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Wolf, and welcome back to the Bladestorm Berserker. We are looking at day 3 today, and the results of everything that we've gone through. It has been a fucking good day, to put it lightly. As I'm sure you can see by my equipped items. We're at a day and 17 hours. We've almost played 48 hours of this character now, and it is actually still enjoyable. That's not something I say very often. The problem that I always have is I keep re-rolling characters, and I never really buckle in and take on the end game. And I've decided to do that on this character, and I'm having a very good time doing so because I'm actually able to get exponentially more powerful, and I'm making stupider and stupider items, and always finding spots to get upgrades and using everything I have at my disposal to just get better, and it's actually a lot of fun. So for those of you who play the way I do, which is, you make a character, then you drop an item, and then you think of a really cool build, and then you craft it, and you go and play that, and you burn through characters and you level too many times and you just start to hate like leveling and that sort of stuff, and you don't feel like playing anymore. Take one character that you like that is, a cool dynamic that has a little bit of endgame viability to it, and take it into endgame and just push it as far as humanly possible. Do everything that you have like available to you, and I promise you'll have a good time, provided it's actually a decent character. That is kind of the first step you gotta do. But, in our case, I have picked a rather decent character, at least it seems, and I'm having a fucking blast, because we have a 6-link now. We got this literally 20-ish minutes ago to a half hour ago. Like, I got it as I ended the stream, and then I went and made food. Essentially, I learned that you don't need to find the Varichi craft anymore. You can just put corrupted items in the bench and roll them, and it just costs fall orbs. You don't have to find the fucking Varichi craft anymore like I thought you used to. Or like you used to previously. Which opens up a lot more dynamics, because I did not know that. I've been throwing away corrupted items that I just thought I couldn't use because they weren't colored correctly. But, well, this opens up a whole new ballgame in subsequent characters, obviously. But at the same time, I dropped a 6-link armor chest piece with, like, top-end max life. The best fucking max life I could manage, really. And resistance. Like, it does piss me off slightly, because it means I don't get to use my unkillable chest piece, which is this one right here, which gives me 102 max life and recover 5% of life on kill, which basically makes an AoE build unfucking killable. This is a very stupid modifier that is just godly. Absolutely godly. And because I have a 6-link, I don't know that I can really use it anymore, unless I manage to get a 5-link or 6-link prophecy, and then, I 5-link the axe, or I 5-link this. Then maybe I make the trade, say I'm doing Delve or something. Maybe I trade out the Ruthless that I put in, my little level 1 Ruthless here, for invulnerability in Delve. Maybe that's a trade I make, right? That's obviously for more down the line optimization, but that is a possible trade that I could make. Or now I can go about really hard crafting this perfectly, and then, giving up the 6-link for potentially the perfect chess piece. Also kind of an option. Now, you'll also see that I have the Project Axe equipped. And the question you're going to be asking is something that I commented on the last episode on, saying, I will not settle. And you're going to be asking, did I settle? And the answer is no, but yes, kind of. Essentially, I got as good of an axe as I possibly could for now. I spent 4 hours fossil farming to try and get corroded fossils and jagged fossils. I got 2 physical fossils and 1 corroded fossil at depth like 78-ish. So I need to go a lot deeper before I actually invest into doing that sort of fossil farm to make it really worth my time. I rolled both of them, and I didn't get anything of note. I didn't even get the mod I wanted. I got the poison version of the mod that I wanted, which you guys saw in the previous episode. but I didn't get the bleed one even when I rolled both together. But I did get this roll when I alked it. I'm not even kidding. This was alk, scour, and I hit top end attack speed, fucking 100 and like I think it was like 111% fizz, and then I divined it with hybrid fizz, and so then I crafted rank 3 fizz as high as possible, hillocked the axe to 28%, and now we're here basically. It's almost top end 400, which is really good for a crafted axe, at least in my opinion. Obviously it's no disfavor, and obviously I can get it higher and better, because there is what I want to do, right? This is the ultimate optimal thing. This is what I like, right? Is I have a 6-link right here, but this can be better. This can be better than the 6-link as a 5-link with good rolls. If I get this 5-linked through the prophecy is what I'm gonna probably do it with. If I get this 5-linked and I roll it perfectly, I can hit an axe that looks like there's a roll you can get that is sockets level 20 fortify. What is it? Like 116, basically the same fizz roll that I have. So like 116 fizz and sockets level 20 fortify, and then I can put in hybrid added fizz, and then the bleed mod that I want, and then I can get attack speed and suffix fizz. That's one extra finger, but you know, ignoring that point, the weapon potential of top end is insane. So I'm going to collect as much currency as I can, and you know, see how far I can go with this axe and this setup and with the 6-link. And then when I get to like the end of the league or the last little bit, I'm going to fossil farm and currency farm, and we're just gonna hard craft this thing and just see what the fuck happens. I may even take it into standard league and put it on standard and just see what we can make, because I want to make a very stupid weapon, and I think it's possible to do something like this. I might even just go and do it with a vol axe in standard just to see what I could fucking have happen, because it's just fun to make these sorts of items. And I've never had this sort of like feeling or experimentation or just knowledge, right? I know how to do these sorts of things, but I've never been able to have the piece in my hands to let me do it. You know, like you see streamers do all this sort of fun shit, making the best axe in the game or the best item in the game. And don't get me wrong, I've hit incredible rolls off of like one fossil, but lining up everything to be as good as possible with the best base, with the best fossils, like, and knowing what to do and how to do it and how to make these good items, something I've never had the ability to really do other than hitting something by fluke. And yes, I guess I will be hitting it by fluke in the end, but when I see this and I actually realize everything I can do with it and how insane it'll be for my character, it actually makes me happy as shit. It makes me hype as hell to have something potentially that cool. So yeah, that is the current axe that I have equipped. It is better than what I had. I think the other one I had was 321 top end. I've got it here. 341, so it's a bit better. Where it really gets better is in the attack speed. It's 128 to 153, and it is insanely fast when you top out with all of your rage mods and blood rage and the frenzy charges and all that sort of stuff. You are attacking stupidly quickly. Took on Exile already with this today. Had no issue whatsoever. Got one shot one time by accident because I'm an idiot. That was pretty much it. Got a part of the Exile, Uber Exile. I did Exile a second time when I had the Vaults Prophecy, and that's how I got the 6-link. Was the 6-link dropped in Vaults, and I was originally, when it dropped, I was really, really mad because it dropped, and just take a wild guess if someone wants to do the math at the chances of this. This was a 6-link red chess piece that rolled 4 green, 2 blue. The chances of that item existing, a 6-link armor chess piece with full off color, The chances of that out of a fucking chest is nearly, like, impossible. Full off-color armor, 6-link. So yeah, I was mad. Because I couldn't use it, right? Because it was fully off-colored. And then I threw it in the bench, and I figured out that you can just, like, Varichi craft it without needing to find the prophecy. Or not prophecy, the craft. You can just put it in, and it costs you 4, what's it called? 4 Vol Orbs to reroll it as, like, 1 red, and it just rerolls the whole fucking item. And then I rolled it to what I wanted. And now I'm using Bladestorm, Deadly Ailments, Brutality, Chance to Bleed, Melee Fizz, and Ruthless in here. It's either Ruthless or Fortify on Path of Building, but I already have Fortify in Leap Slam. So I'm leaving that there, and I'm putting Ruthless here. I'm going to have to level this. Obviously, I could just put on Fortify if I wanted a top-end thing available now to me. But yeah, I need to pull this character into Path of Building and actually look at everything, and that'll probably be in the next episode. I'm just kind of rounding off the weekend here right now. It has been a very fucking good 3 days. Axe is fantastic. Got a new belt that I rolled in Tiny's trial today. Life, res, and then the rest of it's kind of average. Probably could have gotten it better, but obviously you only have 12 seconds, so you gotta work with what you got. It was basically roll until I see high life and, like, good res, and then exalt, and I hit all trash with the exalt. I saw another 40 max, and I was like, oh shit, this is actually good. And then I realized it was mana, and I'm like, okay, I don't really care anymore. Next projects to upgrade is the gloves. Absolutely, the gloves. These need to be improved quite a bit. That life can go up. We're also at 5.2k because we're at 87 right now. So leveling up increases your max raw HP pool if you didn't know about that. So because of that, we're now at 5.2k, which is great. I like being at around 5k. This is pretty much perfect for me. I could probably get to 5.5 at about 93 with optimal gloves and maybe higher life on the rings. I crafted area of effect and area damage on the necklace from Betrayal. I did a ton of Betrayal recently because I wanted to get the Haku axe craft. And I may have another video coming up on Betrayal in and of itself, because this is not a statement you expect to hear from me, but I've changed my opinion on Betrayal. That is a whole video for itself, and I'll leave you on that one with that. But yeah, I mean, it's been an eventful past couple of days. The build is basically the same. I mean, it's a Bladestorm build. It plays the exact fucking same. I'll just grab something to show you. I have a tier 11 here that I'm going to do in a couple of days, because I just got this like a few hours ago. We can do like an Underground Sea or something, right? Probably. Residence. I have Underground Sea done, right? Yeah. Underground Sea is a good map. But Alk it. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just Alk it. Looks fine. Now, there was a time where I tried to record a video to showcase the gameplay, and I got so fucked by the map, the actual map, because like the character doesn't die very often, unless it's something really stupid that just 100 zeros me. It's actually surprisingly stupidly tanky. But I rolled 2 extra projectiles, and the map mods that I got, or like the enemies I got, was porcupines and the what the fuck are they called? I don't remember. I got a map full of porcupines and projectile enemies with +2 projectiles, and I have never been more mad, because it was like a really good recording, and I died 5 times in a row to very annoying just enemies by RNG. So sometimes that happens. I mean, there's not really much I can do to control that, but yeah. Build cuts through pretty much everything like butter. Keep in mind, I'm in solo self-found, so that's my first red, like right in my inventory right there, and I only got it maybe an hour ago when I ended the stream off, but no issue whatsoever. Aziri was a cakewalk. Most bosses are a cakewalk. Obviously not the fastest clear on the planet, but oh, good lord. Okay, I've already done that one, thankfully. Like, I don't want to do a trial right now. I just want to get the video done, get the showcase done, then get everything sorted for the week, because I have a very busy next couple of days in real life. So kind of crunching a little bit, I suppose. I don't know. I got some survival guide that I need to record soon as well, a couple days. And you guys are very much so enjoying that series, so that makes me happy. Generally, everything's in a massive crunch time now because of, what is it, the next league? So, I'm enjoying endgame, I'm having a pretty good time, and I'm kind of practicing for when we get to the next league. Even though everything revolving around the Atlas is going to be absolutely irrelevant, but I am practicing, you know, delve farming and how to go about getting all this stupid endgame stuff. But a lot of that's going to change because shaper items are going to disappear, and, you know, crafting is going to be basically the exact same. But all of these insane shaper bases are going to be just non-existent anymore. All the bases are going to change, and, well, not the bases, but all the shaper and elder stuff. What the fuck is it called? Influences. That's the word I'm looking for. All the influences are going to change. As well as the end game and maps and shit are going to be all different, so who knows? But I'm enjoying the last little bit of time I have while I have it, and it's actually pretty good. Makes me kind of sad that, you know, everything's changing and I don't actually get time to go about doing everything now, but I brought that one on myself, so it's kind of just how it goes. Let's go take on the boss, and I'll show you how this fella goes. Obviously, try and go into a boss on full rage. We didn't do that. Also, watch the War Chiefs. When they don't actually die, they're pretty hilarious with their attack speed. No real issue. Phases pretty quickly. We have 100% impale chance as well, by the way, so our single target comes pretty much from that. Obviously, built mostly for AoE clear, but its bossing holds up. It is really weapon dependent, because, I mean, it's a melee build, but don't have any real issue, and it is surprisingly enjoyable. You could take the entire layout, by the way, and play it Cyclone, if you really wanted to. You can take the entire layout and just switch out Cyclone with Bladestorm, and probably have just as good of results because of the AoE and range nodes that I've taken. One thing that I want to end this off on that I learned today is that Bladestorm is not affected at all by weapon range. +2 to weapon melee range, and +2 to melee weapon range from brinkmanship, or plus melee range with axes from splitting strikes, doesn't affect Bladestorm. We learned that literally today because I was having the conundrum of, do I put area of effect on the necklace or do I put range on the necklace? And then chat told me that I was a dumbass and range didn't affect the Bladestorm at all. Now, we don't change the skill tree because the skill tree is the exact same because they all have ailments, damage with ailments on the range nodes anyways, as well as AoE on the brinkmanship node that we want to keep. So we don't change any of the skill tree. We could maybe lose brinkmanship if you don't really care about AoE, but, I mean, all in all, build is a whole lot of fun, working fantastically. One of the best weapons I've made in a long, long time, and only looking to get better. 6-link dropped, 6-link acquired, day 3. Pretty good. This was pure fucking fluke, though, I'll be honest with you. Rolled perfectly, color-wise. Good life, and, you know, yeah. Good belt. And we're looking to make better gloves, potentially better shoes, higher movement speed on the shoes. Probably going to up the craft. And then maybe look for steals if I can work the resistance in. I also think I have a better helmet in my stash, but yeah. So I'll let you know how we go about maps and whatnot, and when we get in deeper and get into reds, which should be in the next couple of days probably, and I'll let you know what goes on in that one. I ran through all of my Einhars, by the way. I ran through 20 Einhars. I got a bunch of trash, and I died to 3 of them because I got one shot by 2 of them. Because I had a dive bell on for a long time, and I can't leech on low HP, so you get hit stupid hard, and then you die when you have a dive bell on. Don't recommend it on this build. And then I disconnected to one of them that would have been a helmet to replace the dive bell, funnily enough. So, such is life. Einhar gave me nothing good on this character, sadly. I'm still looking for hemophilias, but we ain't that lucky. So, well. Looking to push down deeper in delve so we can get more fossils and start stocking up for the major stupid craft for the axe. But yeah, thank you guys very much for joining me. And as always, take care, gentlemen.